Hello guys, Suffolk Hobbit, and it's part 4 of my Tantalus vlog. So sorry it's taken so long, I really am. It's been a case of I wanted to get lots of things done, and while I was motivated I went for it. So I've been working on lots of projects, finishing off models, painting loads of things, building lots of things. I've been serious, the last 6 weeks have been very productive. I'm really pleased. And it's mainly just working for a backlog. I haven't actually hardly bought any new stuff. I've been just seriously gunning for it. Which will allow me to make some more, videos that I do very shortly, which is brilliant. So I'm always pleased with that. So thank you for your patience, and also I've had a lot of views and subscribers through this little series of mine making this machine and the journey I've had with it. So I've really appreciated that, and thanks everyone for watching. I can only apologise for the amount of time it's taken me to get to this final stage. So here we are, the Tantalus. She is finished and looking damn good. I'm very pleased, really pleased with that. I bought, I'm trying to think what I finished off in part 3. I should have rewatched it really, shouldn't I? Plonker. We'll start with the base. I'm sure I said a few things to work out really, didn't I? So, bought the base. I think it's what the Space Wolves use in their flyer, but it was only £5, £6, something like Games Workshop. Probably could have got something from somewhere else, but I knew what to work with this thing and went for it. So you'll see, it's a very standard, very basic looking base. It's just sand, stones, bigger slate stones with Mechanicus grey, is it? Something Mechanicus. And literally it's just been dry brushed a few times with a various amount of ceramite white, is it? Gone completely blank. Skull white, the whitest of the white. Dry brushed a few times to give it a nice moon base sort of look, real basic meteorite sort of typical space sort of granite looking sort of stuff, which suits the rest of my 40k collection so far. I did have some ideas to make it more complicated, more complex, more scenic looking base. Have maybe like a guardsman hidden behind some rubble looking up as if he's trying to hide from some sort of attack. But I felt this model was so huge, so awesome, that it wouldn't look right with too much detail going on, from this and then from this there. I felt it'd be too clustered. Let me know what you think, guys. Maybe you've got a different opinion. Do let me know. But that's my reason for it. You might see there's a bit of a sort of cloudy effect going on here. That's because the super glue I use is it's industrial strength. It's hench. You could build a house with the stuff. So for that reason, when it dries, it does leave a real potent sort of cloudy thing. But it does come off. So it is finished. It just needs a bit of tidying up. But you know what I'm like. I always have something to tidy up because I forget and too eager to do other stuff. The other issue I had, the main issue I had with this model, someone commented very kindly on suggesting on doing a pinning idea with this, so that the sail, this massive sail, cumbersome sail, was easy to take on and off when moving. And I commented back on the kind comment and said, it's okay, I've got plenty of foam, I can build a custom thing for this to hold it all in place, which I have done. It's snug as a bug. It wiggles a bit, but it's as snug as a bug. It's not going to go anywhere. But then I thought, well, actually, no, to be fair, I should probably try it. Word from the wise, maybe it's worth giving a go. I'm always up for suggestions, so I did. And I had a nightmare with it. Not knocking the person that suggested it was very good, but this is just for other people that might have this issue and other people that might have a solution. Please let me know. And for those that aren't so sure, this is my experience. So I drilled a hole through here very gently. Unfortunately, due to the shape of this and the precariousness of where the designated hole already sits, it was very hard to get it smooth, and as you can see, I did go through the plastic, unfortunately. I'm going to touch this up, but I had real issues with this. But I managed to succeed. I got a nice hole in here, so it worked through fine. And you'll see a little bit of plastic sits underneath, just there. You see it just there? So that's as far down as it goes. So you're working with millimetres, but it was strong enough to be able to work with, so I did. The issue I had was this piece of plastic here. See it, that bit there? So you've got a very small space between that one and that one to get onto this piece here, which is what it sits on. And bearing in mind my metal pin, the rod, oops, focus isn't too good because of the light, apologies. But because of the rod sitting in there, it was up quite a bit. So you needed a bit of space to slide the sail in and then down onto the rod. Lots of issues. So I cut this piece off here, this bit I cut off. Make a bit of space. It made enough space to slot it on, but there wasn't enough space to slot it in, but also raise it high enough to sit down on the pin. So again, I tried something else. And I thought, well, I'll cut the pin down a bit. Still didn't work. So ultimately, in the end, there's no way of getting the sail on and off the pin easily. I couldn't find a way, not without really cutting this model up, reshaping it, magnetising it even maybe. And because you've got such a small amount of resin plastic to work with there, it's really precarious. It's very weak in its design of where this sits, unfortunately, which made it a real issue. So in the end, super glued it. There's still a pin in there just for a bit of strength. It is in there, but I couldn't. I re-glued this back on. It was just real issues to get this on. So to give it extra strength, whoops, just got a text message come through. So to give it extra strength, I put another pin through here as well. So there's a pin running through this column, through a few millimetres sticking out for this knobbly bit to sit on top of. So the whole thing sits nice and snug down on top. So that's my advice for those of you that have yet to build one of these or looking at my videos for that sort of interest reason. I had issues getting this to work. Now magnets could well work. You'd need a super strong one, but one that's also very not too wide, but maybe quite deep to make it really strong, so you could sit one there and one there. But because of this and because of that design of the way this bit curves up and under here, it makes it a hell of a job. It's really tricky. But those of you that succeeded or had some good ideas and things, do let me know, because I'll be very interested. And I may even, although this model has been a bit of a nightmare to work with, I could even possibly buy another one and have two of these bad boys flying around the field. How awesome would that be? But we'll see, because I've got plenty more to do. So yeah, finished the model. I've glued it all up in places and pieces, all done, painted it all up, nice highlights, lots of layers of the orange. I think I touched on the fact the plastic had a weird skin effect. It was almost like it had pores. It wasn't smooth, which is something I did not notice until I was painting. It looked smooth to me, as it might be an issue with the casting. I don't know. I know lots of people have had issues with this when I look on blogs and really trail the internet. But I'm pleased with the result as it is. I mean, it could do some more coats to make the orange really nice and smooth compared to the other stuff. But this will do. It looks really good. I'm pleased with it. A blind man would be pleased to see the errors, so I'm content. So apart from that, all the other things I did was added some crewmen. So you got the pilot there, he's all done. You've got the dude there, he's got his rifle. I've posed it to make it look like he's bringing his rifle to bear, like he's, bring this hand's coming up to meet with that one, to slam down and start shooting some enemies. Got another chap here, he's hanging off the side, looking really cool, he's looking dynamic. Again, one hand on his weapon, sort of swinging it around, sort of thing. Really cool. I was thinking of adding a few more, but I've left it as it is just for now. And what I've done is, underneath, the model can be taken off the base. What I can do is I put two pins in this, and if I lift it enough and wiggle it with one hand, whoa, come on, there we go. Pop the model down, there she sits, nice and safe. And then I've got two pins in there. Not the neatest thing, but again, gently drilled them in. They're nice and tough, nice and strong. They're not going to go anywhere. Locks it into place. It sits at a nice angle to make it look swooping around like it's shooting, firing. And there you go. That is my Tantalus all done. Part of all done. Let me know what you think, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for bearing with me on this, and I'll catch you with some more videos very soon. Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you. Well, as always, enjoy your hobby and take care.